Well, folks, I've just had a wonderful day. I've been out playing golf. The great game, golf, enables a man to chase a ball when he's too old to chase anything else. I went out with Bobby Jones, the national champion. Him and me went around the 18 holes, and I shot a 68. That's just counting putts. I would have shot a 67, but one of the holes wasn't stationary. I got the fright of my life, though. I very nearly killed Jones. He happened to get right in the line of my drive. That's about 20 feet to my left and slightly to my rear. The ball almost hit him in the head, and I was scared stiff. It was the only ball I had. But there was one shot I made, if you can excuse me for talking about myself, that Jones said was really phenomenal golf. There's one hole on this course. It's a little over 150 yards long. Did you ever meet one of those fellows that talk that way, say jaw and fearful and extraordinary? You can't tell half the time whether they're annoyed or adenoid. They generally wear a monocle, a single eyeglass. You know the idea of wearing a single eyeglass. That's so the fellow won't see any more at one time than he can understand. Sort of reminds you of these rubber-tired specs. They're supposed to be equivalent to 4 years at college. You spend 4 years at college and then go to night school to be educated. But I started to tell you about this golf game with Bobby Jones. There's a hole on this course that's a little over 150 yards long, but it's considered a very, very difficult par 3, and with a barred mare sheet. I borrowed the mare sheet, see, and I made the hole in better than one, actually made it in better than one. I missed the ball and sunk the divot. My golf wasn't always that good. There was a time when I couldn't keep in the middle of the fairway on horseback. Honestly, folks, I've gotten so now I never go out, I don't break 70. And that's really more clubs than the average guy carries. Of course, that shows you just how well I play golf. I'd rather admit it because honesty is the best policy whether you're on the stage or whatever you're engaged in. And I saw that old saying perfectly illustrated this morning. I got on a streetcar, entirely unassisted, and a lady got on right after me. I don't think that was the reason. I think she wanted to go somewhere. I wish you could have seen her. You know, a woman has a right to be as homely as she wants to, but this woman abused the privilege. She was the thinnest woman I ever saw. Wouldn't weigh 90 pounds with a rock in her hand, and had a very high instep on her nose. But she must have been a very good-looking woman at one time, because I overheard her tell a fellow that she met on the car that a horse ran away with her a number of years ago. To show you that honesty is the best policy, when this lady paid her fare, she gave the conductor a $50, and in making change for the $50, the conductor by mistake gave this woman a quarter and 6 nickels, and this mean woman, instead of returning the extra nickel to this poor conductor, because you know those conductors have to work on a very small percentage, instead of giving him back the extra nickels, this mean woman put the quarter and the 5 nickels in her purse and even got off the car a block ahead of her destination for fear the conductor might discover his error. And when she got off, I told the conductor, I said, "Did you notice you gave that woman an extra nickel?" And he says, "Yeah, but she'll have an awful time getting rid of the quarter."